Chilean, there was one gang. I don't know his real name, but me and my companion called the guy Wheelchair Willie because he was robbing someone on the train tracks and like the train hit him so he couldn't use his legs, so he'd just be in a wheelchair. But his posse, they'd always have saws and bats and they hated white people. So me and my companion, we'd all have to wear our winter clothes in the summer just so they couldn't tell we were white, or we'd have to go out, we could only go in there when it was super dark so they couldn't see us, or we'd have to hide in the investigators' houses. So other than Wheelchair Willie though, it was pretty normal. No one other than that, people just say hello, hello to us. But Wheelchair Willie was the biggest gang in Chilean. Until me and Keon, there wasn't a lot of crime though, just because it was a smaller, like really small town. Oh no, he was legit. Like he was famous in Chilean. I don't know his real name, but he lived on the west side of the train tracks, in the poorer part of the city. And that's how I mentioned he lost his legs. He was robbing somebody on the train tracks. So he'd been doing it for years. Everybody, when we first got there, they told me to look out for the guy in the wheelchair. And yeah, he was legit. I never, obviously, in that area, I saw someone's car get robbed and I heard gunshots, but so I assumed that was him. But I never saw him like sauce anybody or beat anybody with a bat because I was running too fast to witness it. But it was legit. It's a funny story to tell, but I was terrified when I was there with my companion. So we just had to be on the lookout. He has his own crew. They'd follow him around. They'd always shout swear words at, like, we knew they were coming because they were the what's the word, not cruel, but crudest. They're the crudest Chileans I ever met. Just mean, and especially toward us because we were Americans, so they thought we had money, or they were just being funny, but it was still scary. But yeah, he had his crew. He like had something on his lap, like a bat or a wrench or something, but everyone else, like I saw saws and baseball bats and stuff like that. So we just booked it. Or like I remember we had permission because our zone leaders knew about this, but we'd have to go and drop our investigators off after the hours we were supposed to be in bed, just because that's when it was dark and he couldn't see us. So we'd get to bed late because we had permission. So I wasn't being disobedient, everybody. But just because it was so dangerous, it's kind of counterintuitive, but he couldn't see us in night. So that's when we would go and like teach our investigators or drop them off or anything like that. When we had to go over there, we'd usually have to do it at night just because harder for him to see who was white and who was just Chilean. I don't know why he's not arrested, because he was famous. And the Chilean police did a good job of being good. So I don't know why he wasn't in jail. I'm sure he had been in jail before, but just hadn't been caught of a crime recently, I guess.